Hi, Leo. Welcome. I'm going to be doing your psychic tarot reading for December 2019. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Please make sure you subscribe. Give this video a thumbs up. Leave me feedback in the comments. Some of you guys are funny. Like some of the comments you leave, I'm like dying laughing. I'm just like, oh my god, this is hilarious. So thank you guys. All right, let's see what's going on with my Leo. I just got the chills. And I am freezing. Usually I get like, I start channeling and I overheat, but I've been spacing these out. I'm just like, I mean, usually I'm just like, oh my god, I always get so hot. And now I'm like waiting like to warm up so that I can feel comfortable. My hands are just so cold. Okay, I'm rambling on. Is somebody rambling on to you? Like they just can't get to the point, Leo? Because that's how I feel right now. Like I'm not making any sense. And a card just popped out. 3 more shuffles for Leo. It doesn't want to shuffle. 1. There's somebody wants somebody too. Maybe that's why I'm feeling that like stuttering energy. There's some sort of desire here. There's somebody who desires you or you desire somebody. My mouth is watering again. Somebody make your mouth water. Yeah, like, oh, see, I don't know if you guys can see this, but oh, my hairs are standing up. You could be dealing with a Pisces. Leo. Oh my goodness, there it is. It's there. This just happened in the Cancer reading. So if you're dealing with a Cancer, check it out. Not the same card. The same thing happened. A card jumped out while I was shuffling for Cancer, and it was one of the cards that ended up coming out anyway. And I love when that happens because it's just like, no, this is important, Jen. Okay, stop trying to be in control. Are you being like that? Like, are you trying to be in control? Are you uncomfortable because you're losing control? Are you trying to control things because you feel so out of control? Because there's something here about like a desire or a want, and it feels like a need. Like my mouth is watering. Like, you know how when you're like really craving something and just the thought of it makes your mouth juicy? Like that's how I'm feeling right now. So it's intense. Like I'm just getting the waves of chills. So you could literally be trying to hold yourself back from something that you really want. Or you're just going for something that you've been holding yourself back from that you really want. And I'm getting there's some sort of a reflection about something. Okay, and maybe when I mean reflection, it could mean like you've just see yourself with this person, or like endgame, this is the person, or you see yourself in them. Or they're a reflection of you, or they reflect back to you things that you don't like about yourself, or they reflect back to you things that you don't see in yourself and it makes you feel good, so you want more of that. I am feeling that this energy is like very intense, like passionate energy. And I'm almost getting like it might even be like a little toxic, because it feels like, you know, sometimes fire energy can be not just all the good emotions that, you know, passion brings out in you, but It can make you feel intense anger, frustration, upset. But it's like this person is there because that's meant to happen. These are gifts, even if it doesn't feel like it, from the universe, for you to grow and become like a better person. So when I said in the beginning, there's like this, I can't breathe now. This could be a situation where you get very worked up about this situation or this person, in like all the ways. And maybe you have some negative feelings attached to this because this connection can bring up some negative emotions in you. And because they're so intense, you feel like sometimes this is just like not a good thing. But I'm very much feeling that even if that's the case, there's still that part of you that just like knows this person is like everything to you, or you know that the negative or the dark side of things that it brings up in you is for a purpose, and they're gifts. Or maybe me telling you this is to let you know that the universe is giving you the gift of your desires. And it's not always comfortable and easy for anybody. I don't think anybody walks through life and has like it easy. You may look into people's lives and think that because of what is being reflected back to you, or like your perception about the situation, but everyone struggles. People just handle it in different ways. And maybe you're just feeling like this person is bringing up a lot of bad thing or negative stuff in you right now, or because I'm feeling like even though this person may be like a person you desire, Leo, or a cross watcher, you desire the Leo, there's something in the shadows, or there's something that's not fully brought to light, or maybe they denied the connection, or they're not as upfront and honest about the connection. But let me tell you, you know, they know, everybody knows, okay? No matter what it looks like or how it's perceived. Let me move on because I am like just focusing on this one energy. So that could be what you're feeling. You could be feeling like you're really trying to just tame your desire, or you're at the breaking point of like, this thing I desire, like I'm gonna have it. There's a control thing here. You're trying to control things because you feel so out of control. You pick your spot in the story, Leo, okay? Yeah, there's definitely an energy here of somebody's just too cool. I'm definitely getting that. So when I was speaking of like the desire, or this person bringing out like this negative energy in you, you're not showing that. Like this could be something that like you don't speak about to anybody, like nobody. Like this is just an internal process you go through, that this person brings this stuff up in you, and it's like they wouldn't even know because maybe you're just so like keeping it cool, wearing a mask, so in control of your emotions that like they don't even know that you're like on a roller coaster of emotions with them. Okay? And I feel like this is because there's something about like there's a fear here that like if you're worried that if they saw that side of you or something like that, like they would look at you differently or something. Like they wouldn't feel the same way about you. But same thing as I was saying previously, I feel like this person, like no matter what's going on or what they're bringing up in you, or whether you're showing it or not showing it or whatever, like there's this deep connection. Like you feel like this is your person. Yeah, like this is your queen. Okay, King Leo. You could be involved with this person. Now, maybe that could be something that's in the shadows, or it could be something that, like, if you're involved with a person and they don't speak of you in the way of like, we're together, or that's my girlfriend, or that's my boyfriend, or that's my partner, or that's my this. So that could bother you because maybe to you or somebody in this energy feels like you guys are, but it's like, it's almost like you're going along with it as if it's fine. Like, so for example, if you are with someone and in your mind, you very much are doing things like a couple. Like, you don't want to be with anybody else. You don't want them to be with anybody else. But they don't want like a title. It's like you're going along with it as if like, I'm okay with that, but you're really not. Like, you don't understand why. Like, why not? If and then whoever is feeling like the why not is because you're feeling like you're being kept in the shadows, and that's just confusing to you because it seems very much like when you're together, like the feelings are mutual, everything feels balanced, but it's like this thing, whatever this thing is for you, like I'm saying right now for the reading that it's like a title, whatever that thing is for you, it makes you, brings up all these confused or feelings inside of you that you don't understand, but they're like there, like that you can't avoid them, you can't ignore them. And that makes you feel a certain way. But it's like you won't say that because you'd rather have things the way they are than not have anything at all. But I'm just gonna say, like, say it anyway. I mean, it can't hurt. Nobody should just be suffering in silence, but I feel like that's kind of what is happening. It's like when you're not with this person or this energy, there's like a suffering in silence. But yeah, I'm just getting so much like there's this somebody or both of you really care deeply about each other. So I don't really know why it's like it does feel hidden, or that like somebody won't say that you are who you are to them or something like that. It kind of feels silly. Like, let me feel into this a little more. It could be because somebody has some like hidden agenda, or that if they came out and said how they really felt or what was really going on, like it would ruin something else that they have going on, or make something in their situation harder or more difficult. It's like this is the path of least resistance is what I'm getting. And not that that's okay, that's just how they're in their mind, like, what's the word I want to use? It's how whoever the person who like doesn't want the title or isn't the one who isn't just coming out right and saying it is what it is. It's like that's how they're like coming to terms with it in their mind, or how, well, I don't even know what's the word I'm trying to use, guys. Tell me, please help me out. You know what I mean? How it's like somehow it's serving them, or it makes things easier for them, or maybe they're just in a really stressful place in their life. Or here I'm getting this for an example. Okay, this just came in, so maybe this will make things a little bit clearer for you guys. Where if like they have a person from their past, I'm getting Pisces, okay, and it could be they have a Pisces moon or a Pisces rising. So for example, anyway, let me get back to this. If they have someone from their past who like harasses them or gives them a hard time or stuff like that, even though maybe they want to be like, yes, this is my person, they know that if they did that or just like claimed that, it would make things more stressful or difficult for them. So it's like that's their way of justifying not, but I'm feeling like this is not something that's being communicated. They could just be playing it off, like, you know, making it like, oh, it doesn't matter, like that kind of energy, like it's not that big of a deal, like it's not a big deal, why does it matter kind of energy. Because there's something here that like both people are uncomfortable about speaking some sort of truth, but to me the truths from my outside looking in seem really silly. Like if someone said to me, oh, I have this crazy ex from my past and right now I just don't feel comfortable because they're harassing me or this or that, I would not be understanding of that. If somebody said to me, you know, like it makes me really uncomfortable that, you know, I feel like you're hiding me or something like that, you know, that's something that I would feel comfortable saying to someone because then there's a conversation and they can say what they need to say. But I'm feeling like there's no communication about whatever the issues are that's happening here. And that's what I'm getting at. No matter what the issues are, you'll know what they are for you. And the person that you're dealing with knows what it is for them. But I'm feeling like it's very much an internal private process. Like neither person knows what the other person is feeling or going through, singular from each other. And it's like, they're just silly little things that I feel like is like there's some sort of miscommunication, or like if it was really talked about it truthfully, like 100% truth talk here, it may seem silly when you say it out loud because it is. Like that's what I'm getting here. And there's all this, I feel like, undercurrents of emotions and all these things happening that it's like an easy solution to the problem. Like, let's just put it all on the table and talk about these things that we feel like are so difficult for some reason, but aren't. But I feel like the issue why it feels so heavy or difficult is because there is no communication about it. So it's like you're just carrying this burden of information or feelings and you're keeping it inside, and it's like you're almost doing it to make things easier, but it's actually making it more difficult because it would just go away if you guys had a conversation about it. Yeah, it's like I'm very much getting that you can feel like you're underwater or like drowning in your feelings, like behind closed doors almost. But it's like if you just have this conversation and you bring it to light about what's all the stuff going on internally between the two energies here, it's like then you get a gift. The person can then explain to you like, yeah, this is how I feel and this is what's going on, that's why I don't feel comfortable doing that. And it's like the other person, that's all they need to hear. But there's like this confusion or this, it's almost like one person is such a deep feeler, but they're so uncomfortable talking about their feelings because they're so worried about being misunderstood. Like almost if they said, I keep going back to this example of just like somebody feels like they're being like left in the shadows, or like they're a secret or something. That's how I'm feeling, like that, like they are a secret or there's a secret. What was I gonna say? The person who feels like a secret almost is like telling themselves like, I don't want any drama just because I'm feeling this way about this thing that seems so small. So I'm just gonna like hold it inside. But it is small. And it's something that I feel like if you just had a conversation about it, it would just be, you'd feel so much better. It's like, it's just like, I'm very much feeling like they just don't want conflict. Like somebody just doesn't want to fight, doesn't want conflict. They don't want this person to misunderstand that or to turn into a fight or something like that. Like for some reason, they feel like they're going to be really misunderstood by bringing this thing up. Or maybe that's happened in the past where like you've brought up little things and they turned into like bigger deals than they were. So you're just like, I'm not going to talk about that anymore because to me, I'd rather just have a good time with this person when I'm with them than to talk about this thing that's so silly. But I'm getting that this thing that's so silly, you need to talk about it because you need to be able to talk about everything happening, no matter how silly. And if it comes up and it feels like it's like, okay, that's not what I meant, you just say that, like, this is, you misunderstood me, or we're having a misunderstanding, or that's not what I mean, I don't mean it like that. It very much feels like it's not worth it to you, but it is worth it to you. Like, you might be saying to yourself, like, it's not worth it to me to do that, but I think we both know it's really bothering you, and it is so worth it to have a conversation about it, to get clear. I feel like there's like somebody needs to get clear about something, or get clear on something, or clear things up, or clear the air, or clear the emotions. There's very much like, it's like this energy of, it's mucky, it's muddy, it feels a little dirty, it feels a little messy, and it's like, you know, it's time to tidy up the space between the two of you, Leo. And I feel like somebody is either thinking about it, or already has, or is going to do exactly what I'm saying. Somebody's either going to approach you, Leo, or you're going to approach somebody and kind of clear the air, or clean up the energy, or actually share how you're feeling. But I feel like you're totally like on guard, like you're going to be going into the situation like so unsure of yourself. I don't know why, Leo. Because it's like, it's almost like you don't know how they're going to respond or something, or you're worried about how they're going to respond because of the way they've responded in the past. I don't know, but now my mouth is getting watery. Why does my mouth keep getting watery? Maybe you just want to make out with this person. Or you're worried that if maybe if it's like you have to meet somebody to have a conversation about something, it could be somebody. It could be. But you could be feeling the anxiety and all that stuff about this because maybe you're worried that if you see this person face to face, because you have such deep emotions for them, that maybe you're going to lose control. Maybe that's what I'm feeling. Maybe, Leo, you're dealing with a Pisces, or Pisces, you're dealing with a Leo, or you're worried that you're going to lose control if you actually do see this person or meet up with this person, because it's just like the connection here is undeniable. But for some reason, I don't understand why we just can't have a conversation, or we can't communicate about what we're really feeling and the truth. I feel like there just needs to be truth, and it almost feels like you both know the truth. So maybe stuff has just happened, and now you're both in a place of confusion. Like, is the truth anymore? Like, did this change? Where are we at? I feel like there needs to be a conversation, get clear. And I'm going to say almost that both people, if it is a situation where you're anxious to go into it because you know there's such deep connection here and you're worried about what might happen if you're face to face with this person, know this too, Leo, they feel the exact same way. Because I feel like there's a reflection between the two of you, or a mirror between the two of you, where it's very much the same. Like, they could be feeling the same way. Like, how do I talk about this with Leo? Because, you know, I'm just so anxious about it, or it seems so silly, or do I really need to have this conversation? And they are feeling the same way, but you're both anxious that if you do see each other, you meet up or whatever. I'm 23 minutes into this, Leo. I'm going to leave it there. Please let me know what the hell is going on here, okay? And make sure you guys leave me feedback. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Please subscribe so we can see each other all the time. And thanks guys for watching. I'll see you next week. Bye.